Qualifying performance remains a key differentiator in Formula One, especially under the current regulations where track position often dictates race outcomes. Even small variations in engine deployment or energy management can translate into decisive gains over a single lap. That sensitivity frequently leads to speculation within the paddock when performance gaps appear difficult to explain through visible factors such as aerodynamics or tyre usage. Attention often shifts toward power unit behavior and potential differences in how teams extract peak output. Following qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton raised questions about engine usage among Mercedes-powered teams. The Ferrari motorista, who spent more than a decade with Mercedes, suggested his former team may still benefit from a specific mode that delivers additional performance during qualifying sessions. I was with Mercedes for a long time. I know how things work there, Hamilton said after the session. Qualifying, they have another mode they can go to, a bit like the old party mode. And as soon as they get to Q2, they switch it on. We don't have that. The so-called party mode was widely used during the early years of the hybrid era from 2014. It allowed higher engine revs and optimized energy deployment for short bursts, maximizing performance over a single lap. However, its use was effectively banned in 2020 through FIA Technical Directive TD037-20, which required teams to run single engine mode across qualifying and the race. Lando Norris, who drives for McLaren with Mercedes power, rejected Hamilton's suggestion. "We don't have that," he said in an interview on Saturday. He added, "Maybe he's just used to the old days when that still existed," referencing the period when Mercedes dominated the sport. Norris also questioned the premise behind the claim, indicating that perceived performance gaps can sometimes lead to incorrect conclusions. "Sometimes when you're not doing very well, you start to create things in your head," he stated, dismissing the idea that Mercedes is exploiting a hidden advantage. Despite the ban introduced in 2020, Mercedes has continued to show strong qualifying pace relative to its competitors. The directive did not significantly reduce its advantage at the time, particularly against rivals such as Max Verstappen, which has occasionally fueled ongoing debate about how teams manage their power units within the regulations. At present, there is no evidence of any rule breach, and teams remain subject to strict monitoring by the FIA. The discussion highlights how closely performance is analysed in modern Formula One, where even marginal gains can prompt scrutiny from competitors. Whether these suspicions reflect genuine technical differences or simply the pressures of competition remains open to interpretation. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.